All right, everybody out there in Chopper Land, welcome back to another episode of Hippie's Chopper Corner. Got a few updates. I got that riser set up in. Got it from Throttle Addiction, I believe. I had to modify it to some degree. It still don't want to fit my bars perfectly. It's really hard to find bars wide at the bottom that are 1 inch, 16 to 18 inches tall like I wanted to run on this bike, but they're sucked down good enough. It's good enough for some sketchy ass shit. Got my oil tank, and it's just kind of sitting in there because they make a plate that'll go on the bottom that'll mount right there. But I don't like using it. I usually run a set of spacers right here, but I had to cut that other tab off on the other side because this particular transmission sets up a little bit higher than a stock transmission. That's not an OEM case. So it set up a little bit higher, so the back of the ratchet top hit on it, so I had to cut it off. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna mount this. That's kind of my goal today, to get that worked out. But I do wanna show y'all some stuff. I have been busy, and I am getting serious about better videos and better editing, you know, so I've spent a little money. This is a stand I bought to clip a phone mount to, so now I can put my phone on it when I want to film with my phone. And this is all my GoPro stuff. This didn't come with GoPro. It's GoPro compatible, but I bought it. I think it goes up to 3 feet. This is all my GoPro 12 stuff, the Creators Edition. I got the Creators Edition. Comes with everything I need. I'm still trying to figure out, I can't figure out how to mount it. I'm sure if I had Slick on the phone, he could walk me through it, but I'm not gonna bother him because I'm sure he's out in his shop working today. But I'm trying to get it set up because I want to start filming while I'm filming on my phone, shorter content that I'm condensing down and pausing in between stuff. I want to do continuous videoing of the work I'm doing, then I'll edit it down. So you'll be able to see some of this stuff in a video, and later on I can put a longer form video in there with better quality, better editing, stuff like that right there. So right now I'm just checking this dude out because this guy right here is supposed to teach me
the Hero 12 Black.
Everything I need to know about the Hero 12 Black. Step 1, unboxing. I'm ahead of the game already. I done unboxed this shit. You know, it's got all these directions over here, but you know, being a good recovering alcoholic, hell, I don't go by directions. I was hoping there's just gonna be a bunch of pictures in here to show me, but yeah, it ain't working out that way. Anyway, I'm gonna let that play on the TV while I work on this bike, and I'll get back with y'all here in a little bit. Man, I am loving this new phone stand. Yeah, I forgot to also, I got my stainless axle adjusters in too. I have more packages coming. I have my clutch adjuster nut coming. I have another set of clutch plates coming. And what else did I order? Oh, I've got a headlight mount specifically made for this Springer right here. I'm guessing y'all can see that. For this Springer right here, it's designed to go in here, 2 bolts hold it, then my headlight mounts right there. And I think I got some of that antique cloth wiring. So today I'm gonna focus on maybe the oil tank or maybe getting the throttle set up, getting it plumbed for the tank when it's ready. But just, I'm gonna try to make a little progress. It's late in the afternoon. It took me a while to get out here. I wasn't feeling well today. But we'll pause y'all for now, and I'll bring y'all back here in a little bit. And listen deeply. All right. I have got the oil bag set like I want it. Now it's just zip tied into place, but that's where I want it. Now I just got to fabricate some brackets and figure out exactly how I plan on mounting it. But what I think I'm gonna do is get my 3/8 inch steel plate over there and cut me a plate and notch it around this, and I'll weld it to my backbone. I'll drill it, then we'll have a bolt and a nut go through here to mount it, and then I'll probably make some mounts right here. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to grind off some of that powder coat right there, but I'll dust it black. Get that done. I meant to show y'all, I picked up a couple of cutting torch sets yesterday. Guy that I know was wanting to get rid of them, bought both sets for 50 bucks. The last set I had was kind of split it with me and a friend of mine, and he needed to use it, and then moved off with it. So I've been left without a cutting torch, and since then I hadn't been able to make sissy bars. But I keep one scribed here on my table, you know, kind of for a design right there. I can take some of that round pipe I got down there on the ground, and you just weld it here, you weld it here, you weld one up here, and you heat it up, and then you spin it around and you make it. You'll screw up some, you know, buy you some 1/2 inch bar to start with. It's cheaper, and use it. Just trying to keep y'all updated with where we're at, where I'm moving toward. So I'm fixing to pull that oil bag out and try to work on a mounting system for that. This stuff takes a long time, man, because you'll get in there, like I've already realized I'm gonna have to cut some of my fender bracket down because it's kind of in the way. You don't want to come up with any kind of design that's gonna not let you get your oil bag back in. You'll run into that. You want to be able to take things out freely and not have to fight them. But while I'm thinking about it, shout out to my painter, Fuse at Fuse's Bike Art, and my brother Slick at Slickhead Custom Cycles. He's got some killer content going up there. You guys go check him out. All right, got another tech tip I meant to show y'all the other day. When I was talking about, you know, I did a video a few weeks back about how to suck your spring retainer in and be able to take your finger nuts off and pull your springs, your pressure plate and everything out, so you're not having to fight those springs back in there. It's not a lot of work. You can set it on the table and do it, but there is a trick not to do it. And if I said something about another content creator, I didn't say his name, but I kind of made a little comment about he did the same video, and I shouldn't have did that. I am not the know-all, end-all, be-all when it comes to bikes. Matter of fact, I know very little about these bikes, to be honest with you. I know how to put one together and make a cool chopper, and that's about it. So I shouldn't have said that. I should have took the highway. I mean, there's only so many things that you can go over about these bikes. And so as content creators, we're going to repeat one another. And so I apologize if I sounded like a petty little sissy. But anyway, this is the washer I usually use. And it's not, you know, most guys will keep hardware, but you got to find the right size washer. You got to be able to, you like how I say washer? You got to find the right size washer to cover the hole and still get your adjuster nut through there, because your adjuster nut's kind of tapered on the end. But if you can't find one, and you do have a grinder right there, that's the nut that holds your blade on. It'll work too. In a crunch, you can get one of these out. I've used these in the past. It covers the hole, and your adjuster nut will drop right down in that little conclave right there, and it'll suck your springs in. I was just changing my blade because I'm fixing to have to do some cutting right here, and made me think about that. So I thought I'd shoot an apology out from last week. All right, welcome back. I know due to the magic of editing, it seems like it's just been a little who decided to join us. You just gonna stand there and look at the camera? You got stage fright? Huh? Beat it, mister. Beat it. All right. So, basically what I've been doing, I don't even know what I did with it. Where did I lay it? Probably over here. Oh, there it is, yeah. So basically what I've done is I've cut me out a piece of steel that I'm gonna weld in here. And I can't get in there real good This is just rubbing alcohol. Cleans your surface up since I couldn't do a real good job cleaning all the paint off of it. I did the best I could. I had to get a file out. I had to get a bastard file out. Clean what I could, but I hope I got it clean enough I can get this metal to stick anyway. I'm not a welder, I'm a grinder. According to my brother Fat Boy. So I'm gonna weld this right here. I think I'm gonna cut it down a little bit more. Still, I think it's a little bulky, a little big. Cut it down, tack it in there, make sure I can get the tank in and out. And then I'll drill the holes, find some hardware that'll go in it. So I'm not sure how much longer this video is going to be. It's starting to get late. I'm getting hungry. I was wanting to get this in and at least get the tank on, get the throttle cable hooked up. I don't know if I'll make it to all that or not, but I'm just trying to, you know, building these choppers. It's not always glamorous, you know. It'll be some really cool content next week. Hopefully, I get my seat back, I get my sissy bar back, I get my tank, I get my fender, and we go to putting this thing together and you guys are starting to see a finished product. That's when it gets really cool. I've got a new tire that just came in. I'm waiting on my buddy Sid to get his. He just moved to a new shop. I'm waiting on him to get his compressor hooked up to his tire machine, so I can run over there and get my old school tread Firestone tire put on. And I'm pretty much waiting on other people right now, which I have work to do. Like I said, I got to get this oil tank mounted. I need to make a bracket for the voltage regulator, which won't be no problem. The biggest headache I'm going to run into is how to mount these full boards. You know, there's an easy mount on the other side if I go through the brake master cylinder, but it puts these way out here like this, like Dumbo ears, and I don't like it. So I'm thinking something more along the lines of right here, welding a piece of steel right here. I can mount it to right there. I've got peg mounts that I could put here, make a piece of steel to come up and catch it here. But it's going to be a lot of thinking, a lot of cutting, a lot of grinding, a lot of work. I'm trying to save it for last. The oil tank's the next hardest part to do. So I'm trying to do that. That's an easy part. Putting it together is an easy part, and then I'll have to wire it. That's when I really got to think about what I'm doing. I doubt I will film any of that because I've constantly got to think about what I'm doing. But we're going to keep working for now. I'll bring y'all back in a few minutes. All right. So this is kind of what I got going. I got my piece cut. I got it tacked in there. Now I'll be able to mark it and cut a lot of this excess off that I don't want on there. I'll be able to mark my holes that I'm going to put a small nut and bolt through. I think I've got it fairly well even on both sides. I got the filler cap dead in the center. And again, I'll be able to cut everything off that I don't want on there. Tap it. Probably bolt it to it, bring it back in here, zip tie it back up in place. I've had to set, you know, when you're out here by yourself, you're having to just rig it up the best you can, take it apart, put it back, take it apart, take it apart. It's a lot of work. That's what I say. It's not glamorous. That's why I don't video a whole lot of this. I just walk you through it. Once I get the GoPro up and going, which I'll finish watching that video tonight when I get in the house, I'll be able to get this thing fully managed. So I feel really good about this. I'm 90% done with it. Well, probably 80% done with it. I probably had some unreasonable expectations today when I got out here, but I didn't get out here till 2 o'clock. But this alone has taken me about 3 hours. So I got it to a stopping point now. Going to pick up that iron head tomorrow that I've been telling you guys about. So I'll have some content to show y'all about that, and I'll get back to work, finish this, get the throttle hooked up, hopefully get the voltage regulator mounted. Then I'm just down to the floorboards, and once I get that done, I'll just be sitting here waiting on them guys to give me my stuff back, and if they don't get it back by the time it's for me to do another video, I'll start stripping that bike over there down. So there's always something to do out here in this shop, and I'll get the paint back for that one which that's a complete running bike. I told him to paint it second. That's going to be a David Mann tribute to, if you want to go look up David Mann, I'm pretty sure most of you know who he is. His Ghost Rider. The Ghost Rider painting where he's riding through the desert on that low slung chopper, low handlebars, and the paint job it's going to be a tribute to what he painted. It's not going to be a replica, but it's a tribute to Ghost Rider, the original Ghost Rider. And if you know what I'm talking about, Google has blurred some of the images that he painted on the tank. I'm not doing that. I'm painting it, in tribute to him. So that's going to be pretty cool for you guys to see. Again, shout out Slickhead Custom Cycles. Any of my subscribers that has not subscribed to Slickhead, you won't be disappointed. Go check him out. Fuse Bike Art. Dynamite work. You guys are going to see some of his tank painting here pretty soon. Anyway, tune in again tomorrow. I'll drop another video. Hippie's Chopper Corner, home of the sketchy chopper. We keep them sketchy all the time.